Welcome to Word of Mouth, where we explore the fascinating connection between your oral health and your overall well-being. Here's your host, Dr. Alex Semidey. Hello, and welcome, everyone, to the inaugural episode of Word of Mouth. I'm your co-host, Jeremy Wolf, and I'm here joined by your host, Dr. Alex Semidey. How you doing, brother?
How's it going, Jeremy?
It is going really, really well. Getting ready for the holiday season. I'm in that mood, in that holiday spirit. Looking forward to some time off with the family, some vacation
Absolutely.
time.
How far through the list are you with holiday shopping?
Wait, there's a list I'm supposed to be using for holiday shopping. I don't know. All I know is my daughter gave me a list of like 30 to 40 items. So we'll see where that goes.
That's helpful.
So. Look, I thought we'd start off by kind of talking a little bit about our backgrounds, right? What we do. And I'd like you to start, if you could, tell everybody a little bit about what you do. I know you're a dentist by trade, and you do a lot of stuff, and you're all about educating the community. You are the proud owner and purveyor of Semidey Dental. So please tell us a little bit about Semidey Dental.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So first of all, I am super excited to be here today and to be doing this podcast, man. I'm very much looking forward to having some really interesting conversations about, just the intersection between dentistry and overall health. It's a really interesting field that we're learning a lot about, and the evolution of the science of it all is really fast. So, it's something that I'm very passionate about, and I hope to have a lot of really interesting conversations about that. So, like you said, I am a dentist. I'm a local South Florida kid, only son to two Cuban immigrant parents. So grew up with that, immigrant mentality, where my parents didn't tell me, hey, you need to be a dentist or a doctor or a lawyer, but they maybe insinuated it strongly at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now I am proud father of two little kids, 5 and 1, my son and my daughter, which are my absolute favorite people in this world.
I miss those times, brother. It's so cliche when you say like value the time because it goes by so quickly, but mine are 9 or 11, and it feels like a lifetime ago when they were little, and it's just a blur. It
really is, man. And really, I appreciate it a lot more now with Isabel, with my second one, just how quickly that all, passed with my son. Right. So, with her, it's almost like being more focused on being mindful to enjoy every single little stage of the journey. Cause it's an incredible process to be a part of. And
life is a beautiful thing.
It really is. It really is. So I've been married to my wife, Kate, for 12 years, roughly, 12 amazing years. She is absolutely my best friend. I am the luckiest guy in the world to have met her and to have convinced her to start a life with me. And when I'm on the clock, so to speak, I'm a practicing dentist in Davie, Florida. And like you said, I really, my passion in dentistry is to educate. From my patients, we have an education-centered practice where we want to empower people to make decisions regarding their health. Right? I feel like too often, not only in dentistry but medicine in general, it's this sort of like, mechanic approach. You show up, they diagnose the problem, kind of hand you a bill, like, hey, this is what it's going to cost to fix it. And you're left like, okay, I mean, you seem trustworthy, let's start. And that kind of sucks, right? Like we set out to do things different. And this podcast was really kind of born out of that philosophy, right? To have conversations with people, to educate about what conditions and options and possibilities look like. So when we met, and you do what you do, we thought it was a great opportunity to kind of join forces and and bring the message out to the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And a couple of things I wanted to touch on, personal to me. You know, my daughter has some issues with her mouth, orthodontic issues. She actually recently had to get some surgery done, and I was looking into getting these treatments, and part of what she needed was outside your purview. But you had us come in, and like you said, that experience was all about, I mean, you could really see the care, the passion that you had, the relation you had with the patient. You really took time out of your day and your schedule, at no cost to me, to sit down and really give me your honest feedback about, as if my daughter was your daughter. And it helped guide me to the decision that I ultimately made. And we ended up getting the extractions done, and we're moving forward with everything. So you really do embody that essence of building relationships with, really, I mean that from my heart, because this is personal to me. Yeah, definitely. So then I did want to say, about how we kind of linked up with the idea of doing the podcast. Kind of goes back to my story. I started a year and a half ago. I'm a local publisher. As you know, I publish Cooper City Living Magazine. I do some stuff in the digital sphere. Earlier this year in April, I started the Good Neighbor podcast platform here in Cooper City, which was an idea born out of a colleague of mine during COVID times. He was another publisher on the West Coast of Florida. And he came up with this idea of, hey, why don't I grant a platform to local business owners at a time when everybody was on lockdown during pandemic, so they can come on the show and talk about their business. And I think more importantly, their origin story, right? The background behind it, how they got there, where they were. Platform was so successful. He started offering it to clients ultimately to kind of help expand their businesses. And I kind of took the mantles here, and I've really taken grasp on this whole podcast platform, and it's really evolved. I've done quite a bit of them, and we got to talking, and you expressed the fact that you thought it would be nice to educate the community out there. And I've always been fascinated with science myself, and some of the things that you're doing, some of the stuff that you're involved with, this whole idea of how your oral health is linked to your overall well-being was just really fascinating to me. So we kind of decided to team up here and bring this message out to the community at large. And I'm really excited to be here with you on this journey, and to, share your knowledge from the medical side, and then, what I have to offer as I guess on the consumer side and just a person living here. And this is gonna be really fun, brother.
Yeah, I'm stoked, man. Some of the things that we're going to be talking about are really, really fascinating. And, from, the effects of periodontal disease on, cardiovascular health, which is something that we're learning tons about, to how for instance, episode 2, I'm super excited about. Did you know that the human jawbone is shrinking? That is fascinating stuff. And I can't wait to talk about the reasons why, the science behind it. And it's going to be a really fun ride, man.
Yeah. I had no idea. To say that wasn't on my radar is an understatement, right? Some of the stuff that I was reading and researching, and audience, you'll have to excuse me. I am a lay person, so a lot of this medical jargon is going to be over my head, but that's what we have Dr. Semidey here to clarify for us. But I've always been I shouldn't say always, certainly as I've gotten older, I've been more of a student, right? I always say that if the me now went back to college, I would get so much more out of it, because I really enjoy learning and studying right now. And whereas in college, all I enjoyed was kind of drinking and partying.
It's a real shame, right? The youth is wasted on the young. It'd be nice to be able to go back and have a mandatory 4-year period in the middle of your life where you have to go back and learn stuff.
I would be the one in class every day on time with my laptop in front of me, with my notepad, completely honed in on the professor, staying after class, engaging them. Oh man, maybe I should go back to school. Who knows? Oh goodness. All right, man. Well, look, I think that was a good opening, set the stage. And I am looking forward to getting into this whole idea of the shrinking human jaw. So we'll pick that up on another segment. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we shall catch you on the next episode.
Keep smiling.
See you soon. Thank you for joining us on Word of Mouth. Remember, a healthy smile is a reflection of your well-being. Until next time, keep smiling and caring for your dental health. We'll be back soon with more dental insights.